Let's dive into probably what the biggest storyline is right off the top. Mikko Rantanen against his former team gets the hat trick single-handedly, takes control of this game, drives the bus for Dallas, gets them into the second round. What was your immediate reaction?
I mean, I think my immediate reaction was, isn't hockey just the best? Like,
Right?
of course he takes over against his former team in the third period when his team is down
Yep.
and comes back and wins it for Wyatt Johnston ends up getting the game winner, but
Right.
still, I mean, he single-handedly dragged his team back into the game. And let me tell you, I think that this just tells us you don't bet against Pete DeBoer in a game 7. He just
Yeah.
cannot lose. So I think, but for Rantanen, I mean, that was just it was just awesome. I mean, you really, I think he had 11 points in these last 3 games of the
Yeah.
series. So
It was ridiculous.
he just kind of silenced any doubters that he had, and he had quite a few. And
Oh, yeah.
I think that, he let the work speak for itself. And I just think fantastic performance by him and by all the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, I mean, this season has not been an easy one for Mikko Rantanen between the trade to Carolina that, he said blindsided him to then ending up obviously with Dallas, having a little bit of a bumpy start. Even in this series through the beginning, I think he had 1 point in the first couple games. So that's where all these critics started really piling on. And from the beginning, we heard the Avalanche, people saying, oh, well, they've got McKinnon. They're like, the Avs don't need Mikko. Well, it turns out that it seems like you actually do. Mikko Rantanen, certainly, like you mentioned, silencing the doubters. And from a personal standpoint, having worked with him for a while, I'm really happy for him because, again, I know this wasn't an easy season. And I think maybe the start of this series, he was going through some of those emotions still. He was still kind of getting a little bit of the nerves out. It was a weird dynamic for him. First playoff series on the other side of things where he won a Stanley Cup with the Avs. He spent 10 years with that team. So good on him.